Hilary Duff may have had her huge musical breakthrough with her 2003 album Metamorphosis, but this actually wasn't her first full studio album. That title belongs to her 2002 Christmas record, Santa Claus Lane. Recorded when she was just about 15 years old, Santa Claus Lane is a perky, upbeat tween pop album that mixes covers of Christmas standards with some entirely new tracks. It actually works fairly well as a preview of what her music would sound like, since it incorporates pop rock elements, which is the genre her next two albums would be in. The updated production and touches of rock instrumentation work pretty well for the covers, such as Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Sleigh Ride, and Wonderful Christmas Time. They sound different enough from other versions of those songs, and even though I don't think they're among the best versions, they're fun for what they are. It helps that Hilary is just such a likable presence. You can really sense genuine excitement for the holiday season in her voice, and she gives you everything you need for a Christmas record. I do think the weakest cover would probably be Jingle Bell Rock. It's not horrible or anything, but it is a little hammy with the upbeat choir repeating Jingle Bell Rock throughout the song. It's a little cloying, and honestly makes it kind of laughable, but I still get a kick out of it. Where this album really shines though, is the original songs, which were mostly written by Charlie Midnight, who'd go on to co-write and co-produce a lot of the tracks on Metamorphosis. The album starts with What Christmas Should Be, a sweet song about wanting peace on Earth for the holiday. Personally, I don't think peace on Earth will be achieved until Dignity is the #1 album worldwide, but that's just me. What Christmas Should Be is nothing groundbreaking as far as Christmas songs go, but it's catchy enough to go back to. Same Old Christmas is a duet with her sister Haley Duff, who'd she collaborate with again for their cover of Our Lips Are Sealed in 2004, which absolutely goes off, by the way. Same Old Christmas is a cute bop. It's heartwarming seeing the two on a track together, and they do a great job. The title track is one of the highlights of the album in my opinion. I already talked about it in a previous video, but I did want to shout it out again, since I think it deserves more love. It's a super bubbly tween pop track that once again has slight rock elements that actually blend really well with the holiday theming. It's really catchy and genuinely endearing. I feel like it deserves radio play even nowadays. Not that it's one of the best Christmas songs ever made, but given how we listen to the same exact songs every year, I appreciate any original ones we can get. The song was featured in the soundtrack for the movie The Santa Claus 2, and Hilary performed it on the Disney Channel miniseries Movie Surfers to promote the film. When the Snow Comes Down in Tinseltown is another original track, and it's definitely among the younger sounding songs. The track begins with a spoken word opening with Hilary writing a letter to Santa, asking for it to snow in Hollywood. This song is really fun. I love the big band vibe it has, and Hilary sounds adorable on it. If anyone ever watched the show Drake and Josh, it reminds me of the Christmas special where they made fake snow out of cheese to make the perfect Christmas for a little girl. I used to have such a crush on the girl's brother in that movie. That's low-key why I watched it so much when I was a child. I wish Santa would bring me a man like him. He could stuff my stockings anytime he wants. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the song. When the Snow Comes Down in Tinseltown is definitely one of the best songs here, along with I Heard Santa on the Radio, which is a duet with Christina Milian. This is a chill bop, their voices work really well together, and the song is a whimsical, classic Christmas vibe. It's one of the more understated songs, and I actually think that's made it age better than a lot of the other ones, especially the other original track, Tell Me a Story, featuring Lil Romeo. Depending on your taste level, this is either the best or worst song here, and as someone whose taste is admittedly trash, it's obviously my favorite. Tell Me a Story is a hip-hop track with Lil Romeo rapping the verses and Hilary singing the hook, which honestly is really catchy. Lil Romeo's verses where he incorporates lines from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas are so funny. There's some great lines that are just impossible to not laugh at. Snow in the South, that's kinda silly. Is it Santa Claus or is it my Uncle Willie? Now Santa called them by names, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, they all came. Vixen, Comet, Cupid, eyes droopy, long ears, look just like Snoopy. Can't forget Donder and Blitz, 3 kings, they was carrying the gifts. I just can't, the song is camp and I love it. There was even a short video made for it. It doesn't feature the whole song, just about a minute of it, which I'm assuming was probably because it was played during commercial breaks or something. I actually don't remember seeing it on the Disney Channel, which is weird because I watched tons of Disney Channel back then, but maybe I just blocked this out of my mind. Hilary is so hilariously out of her element in this. Bless her heart, she is trying her best. I love the hat she's rocking, truly a fashion icon at a young age. This song, along with the title track, were apparently sent out to radio stations. And I'm sorry, but a Hilary Duff Christmas song listed on urban radio is just not something I ever anticipated seeing in my life. Hilary said in a 2013 interview that she didn't even remember the song, and that she hates Santa Claus Lane. It is pretty common for child stars to dislike their old work, and even though that is a little disheartening, it's also completely understandable. I can barely look at pictures of myself from when I was 15, so if I was making music back then, I think I'd just about shrivel up and die if I heard it. As fans who grew up listening to her, it's easy to go back and enjoy a silly little record like this for how cheesy and nostalgic it is, but I totally get why Hilary wouldn't enjoy it. It wasn't even put on streaming until 2021, which probably helps explain why it's not the most well-known Christmas album. Still, Santa Claus Lane, for all its corniness, is definitely a record I go back to in December. There's something oddly comforting about Hilary's voice in general, so listening to her during the cozy holiday season just feels right. If you're in the mood for a brief walk down Santa Claus Lane, then give this one a listen. You're bound to get a laugh out of it at least.